The FAD. It's an assault rifle with a higher fire rate output. It's quick enough to put down numerous amount of enemies in a very quick amount of time. But its weakness is also its bullets. It doesn't have strong power, but it makes up for that with being able to produce a volley of destruction in a quick amount of time. I'm Dan Harkinz, and today I'd like to join you on a journey where we discover what makes the FAD a weapon that you would want to use. Now I know there are some commentators out there that specialize in throwing up stats and going through a weapon's history. I don't do that. Mine's gonna be a little bit different. And by different, I mean, if you've seen any of my commentaries, and you know how lazy I am when it comes to production values, then you already know what you're getting yourself into. So without further ado, let's get right into this shit. What makes the FAD a gun that you should waste your points on and use in multiplayer? Is it going to be a gun that's going to be fun? Is it going to decimate your foes? Is it going to take you to number one? Well, with Dan Harkinz on your side, if you listen to what I have to say, then maybe you can join a new fad. The FAD is unusual. Its first time in a Call of Duty game was in Modern Warfare 3, and its role was pretty much the same as it is in Call of Duty Ghost. It's an assault rifle that basically is a submachine gun, but has just that little extra range to put the icing on the cake and clean up those enemies. But let's be honest, you don't clean enemies up with cake. Cake is not a good thing to use as a substitute for sanitation of items and your household. The FAD's my personal favorite weapon. It's my favorite because it shoots so damn fast. If you run into a group of enemies and they don't know you're there, like any other weapon, you can mop them up. And you're not going to need a bucket because there's going to be way too much blood. And blood is fairly thick. So it's going to be tough cleaning that with a mop. So what is the specific numbers of how fast this gun shoots? Well, looking at the stats, it says it shoots pretty fucking fast. The magazine that comes with this gun is decent, but you have to keep in mind the bullets aren't very powerful. So you usually need up to 3 to 4 shots to take an enemy out. And if we're talking about long distance engagement, you might as well throw your whole fucking magazine at them. But this is something awkward that I like about the FAD, is I like getting into long range engagements with this gun. Because even though one bullet may not be powerful, you have to keep in mind that you have literally 12 more bullets right behind it in such a short amount of time, so that lower damage that you would normally have at range isn't a real big issue. And it's not a big issue because there's so many bullets, and I find that FAD does have some recoil. I'm not gonna say it's fucking pinpoint perfect for taking enemies out, but the recoil is definitely manageable. And if you can tame this beast, then long range engagements are actually fairly satisfying. When you take someone out with the FAD and you have the silencer on it and they die, the rage will come. Just like all good things, and just like a blowjob, someone's gonna come, and it's gonna be you. But hopefully you're not playing this game without your boxers, and hopefully you're not playing with a full erection, because that's kind of weird. Back to the review. So what do I think of this gun? Well, I just said I fucking liked it in a previous video. Now I used different attachments. I used the holographic sight, and that was, I didn't fucking like it. I used the red dot, not too bad. My personal favorite setup is foregrip and the silencer. Now we know the silencer reduces the range, but like I just fucking said, it doesn't fucking matter because this gun shoots so damn fast. People can't cope with this shit. But here's the problem. If you're not very accurate, this gun isn't gonna be for you. Just like if you're not accurate with any weapon. Accuracy is one of the main strengths you're gonna need. No, not strength. You're gonna need a skill called being accurate as fuck. Because if you're not, this isn't gonna be a very pleasant weapon to use. It's a niche weapon. There are tons of guns that outclass this weapon. The SBS, Remington, all those guns fucking beat this gun down into the ground. But maybe, just like an autistic child, you think it's a special gift from God and you want to use it. So, let's do it. Let's use the FAD and let's see how much fun this gun is. And it's a lot of fun. But if your opponents are fairly decent, you might want to switch it up. Now at the end of this video, I'm gonna go over some my class setups that I used. And there's just so much stuff that you can do with this gun. And it really excels at any type of situation, but preferably because of its low damage, this gun seems best suited to have a suppressor on it. I see a lot of people use the muzzle brake, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Why? I mean, yeah, the muzzle brake extends that damage range, but think about it. It shoots so damn fast. I've said this 3 fucking times already. It shoots fast. You shouldn't throw a muzzle brake on it. That's my opinion. Maybe there's some type of numerical stats out there saying the muzzle brake is the better attachment to use on this gun. But I'm Dan Harkinz, and what I say goes. Muzzle brake is an absolutely no-no. Grip and suppressor, people. That's the thing you want to use on this gun. The FAD. This is my class. I got the suppressor, the foregrip. I don't use a secondary lethal or tactical. And the perk setups are ready up, quick draw, takedown, dead silence, focus, and blast shield. And mainly why I like using those is because ready up and quick draw lets me get it up faster, and then with takedown no one knows that I killed their friend, so there's nothing they can do. They're dead and no one is coming to find me. Dead silence, so I can go throughout the map without sound sluts listening to me, because that is just so fucking gay. Focus and blast shield are almost a must. And I say this because if you're shooting someone and they shoot you, then you get knocked off because there's this stupid fucking game mechanic called flinch, and it is absolutely ridiculous. Why did they even put it in this game? I don't even know. But that's just the way the game is. Blast shield's great because that's going to save you from those shitty fucking IEDs. And I use support because sometimes I can't get a kill streak to save my life because the spawns fucking suck. I think I've said this in numerous videos, but I hate the spawns in this game. The FAD. Let's get to the brass tacks. If I had to give this a gun a rating out of 1 out of 10, I would say it's clearly a 7. It's not the best assault rifle. It's not the best gun in the game, but it fulfills a niche that you want to have an assault rifle with a submachine gun output. It shoots fast. You can get engaged into long-range distant battles, and I think if you're a decent player or pretty good, you have a lot of fun with this weapon. When you're getting bored of using the MSBS or whatever the fuck these people use, that's the best now. And there's tons of different class setups. I also like to use the 3 attachments just because I like to have full metal jacket. I am addicted to that attachment. And like every game, I like to have the ability to have better penetration, because people hide, they camp, and remember in Black Ops 2, people could just gutter across the, around a corner and be perfectly safe. But in an opposite scenario, when you got around corners, you still died. I like to make sure people don't get away. Okay, I'm like the crazy ex-girlfriend who doesn't know she's your ex-girlfriend. You are not leaving and getting away. You will love me forever and ever. So, should you use the FAD? I say, why the fuck not? What else are you gonna do? Eventually, you're gonna get bored using whatever weapons you're using, and you need to have something to spice up your life. It's just like a marriage that's been getting pretty boring. Sure, the sex with the same woman's great, but what about that cute secretary you have now? He's a fucking hunk, and yeah, maybe you want to experiment. Maybe you want to dabble with some dick in your mouth. That's the FAD. The FAD is that dick in your mouth. And like it or not, it's coming. And it's coming all over you. I'm Dan Harkinz. Thanks for watching this video. And I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video, but didn't like it. Like, you don't click that button, just in your heart, like it. Thank you. Have a fantastic day.